Hey everybody, welcome to the Tiny Studio. It's your girl Nail, and this is Simply Nail's Tiny Studio. Today we're going to be talking about all things vintage Coach. Yes, this is a vintage Coach obsession video. Yes, it is. Woo, 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 woo. I hope you're having a great day. It's a kind of rainy day here in Florida. You might hear a little thundering in the background. That's because, at a certain time, every day in Florida around, in the rainy season, around the time of the rainy season, um, it does it. It rains. And that's what happens here in Florida. But other than that, I hope that you're having a pretty good day. And I hope that you're having a pretty good week. This video, let me see. I'm trying to think. I'm going to drop this video on Wednesday, so it'll be hump day when this video airs. Yay! So I hope that you are getting prepared to get over that what? That hump. So, as I said, this is a vintage Coach obsession video, and I've made some purchases recently that I would like to share with you. Two, I practically already kind of unboxed because the tiny studio is small, so I can't just keep boxes lingering around for 2 3 4 days because it just wouldn't look good, you know what I'm saying? And I really don't have that much space, so I have to really, when I'm getting ready to do an unboxing, I have to get to it. And if I don't get to it, I have to unbox it and then show it to you after I've made the purchase. However, I recently purchased some things, but I recently purchased a wallet. And the reason why I purchased a new wallet was new to me. The reason why I purchased a wallet is because the wallet that I currently use is large, and I want to enjoy some of my other bags that aren't as large as this bag right here. Let me put this package down. The, the bag that I am carrying this week is this beauty. Oh, yes. And I have to say, this bag is my favorite Coach bag. I have three of them. I have this one in this beautiful brown color. I have it in robin's egg blue, and then I have it in this beautiful, beautiful apricot. That's how much I love this bag. It is just so roomy. It's an Eddie, I think, but what I fell in love with is, of course, this part, the horse and carriage part, which is, the Coach trademark. So anyhow, my wallet, my regular size wallet, it's no problem putting it inside of this bag. However, inside of, that bag or any of my large or extra large bags, I don't have a problem with that. But I do have a problem when I'm trying to wear my smaller size bag, vintage Coach bags. Then this wallet right here is a little too large, so I have to go for something else. So I purchased two wallets. One came over the weekend, and I want to share that with you. I guess the other will be coming shortly, but here is that first wallet, the wallet that has arrived. So this is it. As you know, I have a thing for that, the horse and carriage. So this is the wallet. It's like a cool mustard color. And let's look at it together. Looks pretty good on the inside. It almost looks as if it's never been used, doesn't it? Okay, here are the compartments. Of course, you have your slots for cards. The lining looks great. That lining looks fantastic. It does look almost as if it's never been used. Guess right here you put your ID. Uh-oh. Whoop. Something inside. Let's see. Oh. It's a movie ticket. Says what? Transformers 3, 8:55 p.m. Friday, August the 5th, 2011. Gives you almost a clue, more than likely, how old this wallet is. It's about what? 11 years old. So as you see, it's small. Here's where you will put your dollars. It's a small bag. A small wallet. It's in excellent condition. Obviously, it's been used. Let's see. Here's the slip pocket on the back, or where you could put your maybe cards in, receipts. So this is not exactly vintage, but it's about the right size for me. Very nice. So I purchased another wallet, and it should be coming very soon. And I believe it's black and gold. So I don't mind using this. This is a really good color that I can place into my smaller vintage Coach bags. It should be able to get the job done. And as you see, yeah, this is about half the size. So this is going to be something that I will be using. I will be disinfecting it, and then, I will be using it. So this was a good find. Really good deal. Let me wash my hands. I have been, or you put some hand sanitizer on. I have been kind of like streamlining my purchases lately as far as Coach is concerned, because I basically have many of the bags that was on my unicorn list. I'm still waiting to find a stewardess, of course, Taft, Rambler, the original Rambler, and the Legacy Rambler. I'm still looking for that in my price range, and I haven't given up on it. I just haven't come across it yet. But when I do, I'll be really happy. But what I'm really, really, really looking for as well, and the reason I'm really saving my coins, is because I would like to get my hands on a nice pre-loved Rogue bag. And as you know, if you are a Coach lover, you know Rogues are very expensive. They're not as expensive as a Louis Vuitton, right? But they are still expensive when it comes to a contemporary bag. So even on the pre-love market, it's kind of expensive. It's more than my budget, and my budget as far as vintage Coach is concerned. I'm dipping it and doing it with $45. And a roll costs what, 4 times as much as that. So I have to really save my coins. So that's what I'm doing. I'm kind of streamlining my Coach purchases, and because I'm really anticipating a stewardess, an original Rambler, a Legacy Rambler, and a Rogue. And just saying those 4 bags out loud, that's a grip within itself. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm a working artist here, and I just can't be dropping coins indiscriminately, right? Those are the things I think about here in the tiny studio. So let's go to my next unbagging. Let's see what it is. Now, I saw this on the pre-love market, most notably on eBay. And I wasn't necessarily thinking about getting another or having another bag like this, but I wore it a couple of weeks ago before I transferred over to my big horse and carriage bag. And I was like, you know what? I really like this bag. What bag am I talking about? I am speaking of the vintage basic bag. And so I said to myself, I really like this bag. I have to have another one. So wouldn't you know it, I saw another one in my price point. It just happened to come on the market. Well, actually, it wasn't in my price point. I had to, haggle a little bit. And I was finally able to acquire it. So this is a basic bag. Ooh, look at it. Oh my goodness. This is a vintage Coach basic bag. Check it out. Oh, that looks so nice. Very, very nice indeed. It still has this original hang tag. Ah, looks good. And basic bags are convertible. So all I have to do is remove these straps and then it becomes a clutch. But look at this. Ooh, it's really clean on the inside. I will be giving both of these sellers a really great review because they did a really good job in describing what the bag looks like. So it appears to be in very good condition. What I'm going to do is I'm going to check to make sure this is authentic. I have no reason to doubt it because I have another basic bag. But I just want to check it out. Oh, look, it was made in New York City, USA. As you notice, the numbers at the end, at the bottom of the creed, you'll see. And those numbers for this bag more than likely are the registration numbers. This bag has to be about 40 years old, 42, 43 years of age. I see some hair in here. Well, I see a strand of hair. So what I'll probably do is I'll more than likely go ahead and disinfect this bag and then use my dust buster and clean it. I don't think that I need to do anything more to this. Some people just go ahead and dunk their bags or what have you. This is an old bag. This is probably, I want to say maybe about 45 years of age, because when Coach started making these basic bags, it had to be around 1977, 78, 79. So this is a pretty old bag, but it's in excellent condition. Now my other basic bag was in rough condition when I first received her, and I had to rehab her and do some things and bring her back to her former disco era glory. But with this basic bag, it doesn't seem that I need to do too much. Now I do notice that she has some scratches, which is okay for a vintage Coach bag. That's fine. I noticed that there are some spots here, which I'm going to use some Lexaw and see if it comes out. So I really don't have a problem with this bag. This is a really good bag. I did some haggling over this bag and finally got this bag at my dream price, which was $45. So I'm really excited about it. But this is a really good bag. It's in really excellent condition. And you may say, Neil, how can it be in excellent condition? It has scratches and things all over it, which it does. But guess what? I can fix that. This is natural to, glove tan leather, and so I can fix that. So that's not a problem. Um, Let me just try these hooks out. Okay, those lobster claws are in excellent condition. Excellent condition. So I'm really excited about this bag. The D rings are in excellent condition. Nothing seems to be out of place. Seams are still excellent. Stitching is good. I don't see any loose stitches. Everything seems to be in excellent condition. Mm-hmm. This is the Vintage Coach Basic Bag. So what I'll do is I'll probably use some Lexol or have some Black Rock leather balm, leather cleaner. I'll probably use that on here, but it doesn't seem to me as if it needs it. I'm probably just going to use some Lexol. And sometimes when you're dealing with leathers that are light, you have to be careful with some of the conditioners and the cleaners that you use, because what happens is that it will darken the leather. So I think some light conditioning and cleaning is all I really need with this baby. I just remove the straps and put the straps in the bag. And so I'm going to go ahead and use some Lexol and clean it. And it should be, it'll join its sister and look just as good as it did when it was hanging out to Casey and his Sunshine Band, shaking his booty at the disco. I don't know what that bag was doing, or the previous owner. But when you're dealing with vintage things, for me, I think about the previous owner. I think about how they may have felt when they first purchased the bag, and what that time period was, and what music they were listening to, and what was on television at the time. And all of those things pop through my mind when I go through, when I see a vintage item, and I curate it for my own collection. And with Vintage Coach basic bags having a history of first hitting the market around 1977, 78, 79, I can't help but think about that era. I mean, I was what, 10, 11, 12 years old, around that time. And I remember the 70s. I wasn't an adult participating in the 70s, but I remember the 70s, and I'm going to tell you, the music was swinging in the 70s. Yes, it was. So I'm really excited to have this bag in my collection. It was made in New York City, so that means I have maybe about 4 or 5 bags that are vintage Coach bags made in New York City. And that's kind of like a thing for us. Vintage Coaches, we're a stickler about that. Where was the Coach made? Was it made in Dominican Republic, or was it made in Turkey, or was it made in New York City, or was it made in the United States? Because it's far superior when it's made in such and such place. That's just something that we do as coaches. All right, here is the last thing that I bought that came on Saturday. Now, it was in a box, but I unboxed it with my family because, as I said, the tiny studio is what? Tiny. So I can't keep boxes just hanging around in a tiny studio like that, taking up space that I don't have. So I had to unbox it with my family. So here it is, and you may recognize it, or you may have seen a sister here in the tiny studio. Are you ready? And here she is. Not last, but definitely not least, the Coach Patricia in British tan. Oh my goodness. Oh, isn't she gorgeous? She is absolutely gorgeous. Would you like to have a look inside? Yes. As you know, with the Patricia Snyder's Legacy bag, you know that once you open it, you have some beautiful, 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 beautiful raw leather there. And then you have this great flap, or I should say flap. You have a compartment behind the flap. Mm-hmm. Which is what I love about this bag. Then you have a slip pocket on the front with the leather there. And you have two of these compartments right before you even open the bag. You have two giant places to store your cell phone or your keys or your inhaler or your tiny wallet. all of these things, you get to store them before you even open the bag, which is why I love the Patricia. There's the zipper. I'm going to unzip her. I've already taken the belt off. It's not the belt, I mean the strap. Listen, I grew up in the 70s. It looks like a belt. Okay, and so inside I've already stuffed her. And it's just, one giant cavernous space there. And then you have a slip pocket on the side in the back. And there's the slip pocket. It is a really fortunate find for me, and it's in excellent condition. I mean, the straps are just in excellent condition. I mean, I've just become so fortunate in being able to look and spot really good vintage Coach bags in excellent used condition, and the owners of the Coach bags and the Coach accessories that I have been so fortunate to come across, they have been in excellent, excellent condition, and they have been stored very well. And it's almost as if, the previous owners more than likely used the bag or the accessory maybe once or twice and then stored it. So this is the Coach Patricia. Now, I was not looking for another Patricia because I already have her in black, right? Oh, and she does not have a back slip pocket because she really doesn't need a back. She really doesn't need a zip pocket. This is just a thing. She doesn't need a zip pocket in the back because why? She has a zip pocket. I mean, she has a pocket right here or storage right there. So you really do not need, you don't need a back slip pocket at all because this baby has lots of storage. So as I said, I was not in the market for looking for another Patricia because I was very, very happy with the Patricia that I have, and she is in black. I wasn't in the market for looking for another one. I would like to, well, especially not in British tan. I have been looking for or keeping my eye out for a red one or a mahogany one, and I haven't found them just, in the condition that I need them to be in or the price just as yet. But when this sister came up in the condition that she was in, I had to snag her. And as you see, she has some minor scratches, which is normal for a Coach bag made of glove tan leather. And I can I can work with this. All I have to do is use some Lexol on her and clean her and condition her, and she'll be just fine. She'll be ready to for me to take out in another week or so. And also, I'm going to use my dust buster and go inside and clean her, and then use some odor band. Here's the odor band, and she doesn't have any odors or any smells or anything of that nature, but odor band limits odors and it's also a good disinfectant. So I'm probably going to use the odor band on the inside of this Patricia, and on the inside of the new basic bag that, or new to me basic bag that I've just acquired. But as I said, I wasn't in the market for buying another Patricia, and definitely not in this color. But when I saw her, I couldn't pass her up. I had to jump on it. I had to jump on that right away. And I did, and I'm so glad that I did because as you know, as I said before, when it comes to purses, bags, or shoes, things of that nature, if I like you, I like you, which means I'm going to have multiples of you. So here she is. I wasn't looking for her, but there she is. I am so glad that I was able to find her when I did. Now, this Patricia is a little younger than my Patricia. My black Patricia was created or crafted in 1994. This Patricia, and I'm trying to remember, she was made or crafted in 2011. Let me just make sure because I was looking at her creed on Saturday with my family, and I do believe that's what it said. Yes, 2005. So she was made in 2005, and my other baby was made in 1994. So that's really interesting. And she looks good. She looks good. She feels really well. And this is the Patricia Snyder's Legacy bag. Now I have two. So thank you for hanging out with me in the tiny studio today while I've done these unboxings or unbaggings, unpackagings. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I don't know. Like I said, I ordered another wallet and I ordered a Pride wristlet, and I think it's the first generation wristlet. So I purchased those two things and they should be coming very soon, but I've kind of phased myself out of buying any more uh, any more handbags, messenger bags, anything like that. I've kind of phased myself out of it because my focus is kind of on saving my coins, and I really want that Rogue. I'm really looking for the Stewardess, and I'm looking for the original Rambler, and I have my eyes set on the Rogue. So, my birthday's coming up, so if you want to gift me an original Rambler or Rambler's Legacy, please do so. I'll have a PO box very soon, and you can send it there. Thank you. However, I am currently, in the market for that, and I'm saving my coins because that's something that I really, really like. And maybe I'll treat my own self on my birthday to a nice, beautiful robe. Hmm. There's a thought. My birthday is November 26th, and so we will see what I gift myself on November 26th. Let's all cross our fingers that it is a beautiful black robe with a mustard suede lining. Mm. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me today. So that's going to be it for me. And I will do an update video to show you how this basic bag turned out after I conditioned her and, you know, brought her back. I'll update you on these spots right here, these two spots, and I'll let you know whether or not I was, oh, it's three, 1, 2, and 3. I'll let you know whether or not I got them out. So that's all happening in another Vintage Coach Obsession video. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll talk to you another time. Have a great, great Wednesday.